As the title of this video does suggest, we have been seeing some rather serious flooding across parts of Visayas, specifically western Visayas around the Negros area, where showers have been rather persistent over the course of the last 48 hours. That's definitely the main topic of this video. The rest of the Western Pacific, though, from China to Japan, really across the basin, there's not too much going on here. So the big topic back north is actually the relatively chilly temperatures. But if we're talking about strictly rainfall, I mean, look at this. Serious flooding has been taking place out here in Visayas. In fact, at least one casualty has been reported based on the information I have received. Also have been seeing thousands evacuated, water rescues taking place, thousands without power. It's just been rather persistent. And the big issue here is just not been the intensity of these rains because, of course, we do have these heavier showers here, but it's been persistent. We have been seeing showers basically over the last 48 to 72 hours across central and western areas of Visayas, so we don't need a typhoon to get these type of impacts here, unfortunately, here and the start of our new year 2021. All right, so when's the rain going to stop? That's the number one question. That's why you're watching this video, right? Well, take a look at satellite imagery here. These showers are here, and I do expect them to even lift a little bit towards the north as we go ahead into Sunday. But overall, the persistency of these afternoon showers and thunderstorms is going to remain in place. This is Sunday morning, so this is basically, as you're watching this video, you got that northeasterly flow as we go ahead into Monday morning. Overall, the front does lift towards the north, but there is still that tropical energy down towards the south. So as we go ahead into the afternoon, look at this. This is indicating some isolated areas. Just in hourly rainfall totals could be upwards of 10 to 30 millimeters there in parts of Mindanao. And then scooting ahead towards Tuesday, the rains finally do start to taper off by midweek. Tuesday into Wednesday, in fact, I do expect some calmer conditions. But the big issue, once we get there, it will dry out. And there's a cold surge that's going to start to come in by the latter part of the week. All right, so red indicates 50 to 100 millimeters of additional rains. I do anticipate some areas in the next 5 days. We could see that amount in northeastern areas of Luzon, not only because of this front lifting north, but also because of the incoming cold surge I just mentioned. And then down towards the south, of course, that tropical wave still bringing that energy there. As I mentioned on Monday, we still could see some heavier showers in parts of Visayas over through northern Mindanao. All right, here's Wednesday morning. There's our high pressure area. It's not as strong as the one last week. We don't have a record-breaking high here, but we still get that setup with our high pressure towards the west, our lows towards the east, and that gradient starts to set up. And whenever we get that tight gradient, that's each one of these white lines in here, that once you get those lines closer together, it indicates stronger winds. It seems to say tight pressure gradient, and thus, boom, here comes our cold surge. All these gustier winds, cooler temperatures start to spill towards the south. 850 hectopascals temperature anomaly here. And watch this. Here comes that colder air. Boom, right over Taiwan, northern areas of the Philippines as well. It doesn't penetrate as far south, maybe into Visayas, which is good news, because if it did, we would look at another round of heavy showers in Visayas, just because of that interaction with the tropical wave and that colder air. You just get that much more instability. So as we go ahead into the latter part of the week, I still have rainfall here in Cebu, but the good news, hey, midweek it does clear out. I don't even have precipitation on Wednesday. Manila, on and off showers. Temperatures pushing into the low 30s. It's 34 there at one point by Wednesday as the sun starts to return. So if you're talking about those cooler temperatures, it will warm back up. Not the case for our friends in Okinawa, though. We're going to be cooling back down with that next cold surge into the low teens, might even dip into the single digits at times. But for now, it is into the 20s for the highs. All right, so here's the main points I want you to take away from this update. The tropics remain calm in the sense of named storm systems. Of course, naturally, we do have that rough weather across Visayas. Another cold surge is in the forecast mid to late week, and then flood worries in central Philippines, Visayas specifically, do continue. Not because, like I mentioned, the fact that we're looking at anything torrential over the course of the next 24 to 48 hours, but the ground is already saturated. We're looking at more rain on top of that. It does create that threat of additional flooding out here. Hey, here's a photo that was sent into Westpac Weather from Vietnam. Yeah, that's frost, guys. Yeah, on the continent here, we are looking at some chilly temperatures. Temperatures dropping down around Da Nang, back towards the north, into the single digits. Some of the mountains here, though, below freezing was reported. I shouldn't say Da Nang. Da Nang's in the south. Hanoi in the north. Getting my cities all mixed up there. That's all thanks to that last cold surge. So, whew, if you think it's chilly where you are, especially if you're in the Philippines, if you're back towards the north across Japan, that's nothing. They've been seeing some just ridiculous amount of sea effect snowfall. All right, hey, if you find this update interesting, if you find it useful, hit that subscribe button. I don't ever ask for donations or anything like that. Maybe one day I will, because I'm trying to expand my updates. But the thing that you can do for me, if you really do find these useful, is hit the subscribe button, share out the video, follow me on these social media platforms as well. Yeah, I hope everybody, if you're watching from Visayas, these flood hit areas, really my heart goes out to you guys. It's one of those instances where I honestly I knew that front was going to set up. I didn't think there was going to be as much persistent rainfall there. Definitely the big issue. So when I seen the flooding, honestly, it surprised me a bit. I'm one of those forecasters. I'm not trying to lie my way or weasel my way out of it. That one really snuck up. So let's hope something like that doesn't happen again. Let's hope the forecast holds true with those drying conditions. Stay safe out there.